My name is Tahir Hadja alongside Dan Clark. We're taking you through this big game between the Bristol Flyers and the Leicester Riders. 1-1 in championship action this season. The Leicester Riders are having a turn in form. They're playing wonderful basketball. 2 recent losses as Myron Thomas knocks down the 3 against London.
One offensive rebound for Brad Green already, and another potential offensive rebound. We see Teddy Allen trying to get his score ticking over today. But yeah, that's going to be a big factor in the game today. You know, we've seen it in previous games this season that Brad Green has destroyed the Leicester Riders on the offensive glass, and I think that will be a key for the Bristol Flyers winning today.
And Lloyd Gardner's Surrey Scorchers this season, who got the clean sweep. That's a nice achievement.
It is nice to get that, but yeah, as you said.
And here comes the Flyers with Brad Green in the paint, one-on-one with Walker. And he fires that one up, and a nice tip in there for Tevin Ollison.
I was looking at some stats before the game, and Brad Green scores 25% of all of his points from offensive rebounds. You know, that's a big stat for them.
Well, Walker fires up the 3. No good for him. As Lucas attacks the baseline and the foul is called. And it looks like the basket will count here. Well, prior on this season, as you mentioned, he had a monster game with 19 points and 17 rebounds, 14 of which were offensive. Teddy Allen drives to the bucket
defense
there. Out here, Johnson.
That's great defensive transition by the Leicester Riders there. You know, they stop the offense. Ooh, nice take. You know, but if you're outside of that restricted area, you can draw an offensive foul. If you're inside it, it becomes a lot more difficult.
Jaron Holmes mid-range, he knocks that down. Across to Holmes again. McKenzie for 3 in the corner. Nothing but net.
Yeah, Kimball, McKenzie, you know.
Bradley. Nice little short shot, 45 degrees, no backboard required. Ooh. Stolen. Johnson now looking at the triple, and that's a big 5-point play.
It'll be great to see what he's got to offer.
Well, we're looking forward to that all-star opportunity. The power is in the players' hands, and I cannot emphasize it enough. Oh, wow, look at this. Tevin Ollison getting all the way to the bucket due to the lack of competitiveness of the game sometimes. And I just feel like the British Basketball League players, as Bradley knocks down a triple, might be ready to go head-to-head on it, and a timeout forced now. Lyle is into the game. Holmes trying to find that room towards the basket, and he does a great job of finding that path.
Yeah, I mean, as we see, Bristol are a really aggressive team, a really tough team on defense. They use a lot of physicality. As we see there again, another easy basket near, you know, getting into that paint and scoring easily.
Jacob. Which Trajan Jacob's going to turn up today?
Yeah, he is. I've said it more than one time on broadcast, but he is the X factor for the Bristol Flyers. If he gets going, they're a tough team to beat.
Well, Brad Green, he's starting to get himself going now. Back to basket, right-handed hook shot from the big man's playbook. Duke Shelton with a response there.
Used to seeing that from Duke Shelton. You know, we're used to seeing him close to the basket, finishing big dunks and things like that, not the mid-range pull-up.
Well, talk about big plays. Tevin Ollison was almost setting up. Fresh 14, so Bristol will look to find the best possible opportunity to score the ball here, which is Jacob, catch and shoot, 3, and it's just going to be one of those days. You can feel it. Here is that triple. Lands awkwardly, but gets the ball where he needs to.
You can see it with the Bristol Flyers as well. Their energy, their intent, they're so aggressive at this moment in time. You know, Leicester Riders are playing catch-up basketball at the moment.
Jaron Holmes, big 3 if it goes down, and it does. Teddy Allen's check back in. See, we go to here. Allen to the right hand. Well, they go to Teddy Allen.
Leicester Riders team that if you do isolate him, he can create. He can score on anyone in this league.
3 ball goes up here, and another big triple. Knockdown. Tevin Ollison racking up the points in this first half. Can't quite navigate the pass into the hands of Washington. Bradley.
Leicester Riders with a smaller lineup, trying to match the versatility of none of the shots that the Leicester Riders have taken so far have been good shots. Teddy Allen made a really tough one, as we see there. Connor doing what he does best.
And knock it down a triple, that's for sure.
Leicester Riders have got to find a way to stamp their authority on this game and get back to their style of play, because at the moment it's all Bristol.
Bradley inside again, going to work. And Tevin Ollison taking the Riders apart. Myron Thomas inside. Consolation layup for 2. Bradley has 13. Ollison has 12. Had to throw that one up to beat the shot clock buzzer.
Yeah, but I think that's a mismatch we can look at and see how that evolves at this moment in time. Because I think if I'm Bristol, I'm going to try and exploit that as much as I can.
On the right-hand side of the floor. Now skipping across the defense there. Inside again for 2. Tevin Ollison.
Those are the ones you expect Teddy Allen just to score in his sleep. You know, it's not been Leicester's day so far.
Johnson lining up another triple. Keely Johnson knocked down. Bradley's got 13 and Tevin Ollison's got 14.
Yeah, it's been a great start in general for the Bristol Flyers. We see them again getting out in transition. Easy bucket again for Tevin Ollison.
McKenzie. Oh, and that's picked away by Johnson. Great hands from Johnson behind the back there. Tried to find Ollison. He thought he was steamrolling through the paint, but a pull-up 3. Bradley. Green with the boards and 1. That's an incredible rebound and finish from Green. Where is that? Bradley goes up.
Again, very, very stagnant from the Leicester Riders. No movement.
So uncharacteristic that though, Dan.
Yeah, as you said at the top of the show, they've been doing a great job in really understanding what Coach Rob wants from them.
Missing layups. Kimball McKenzie there cleaning up. So far in this game, comes up with another board. It's rebound number 6 for him. Ollison going all the way. And a blocking foul called, the basket called, and 1 on Teddy Allen. Going downhill. Teddy Allen is outside the charge circle.
And if Leicester aren't able to cut this lead back, you'll see another easy basket for the Bristol Flyers. Yeah, I mean, it's been a great, great half of basketball for the Bristol Flyers, both offensively and defensively. You know, I don't think they've had a half where they've scored.
Well, there is a foul and a bucket. Jaron Holmes going to the reverse. Defender on his back. The bucket is good and 1 free throw to come. Here he is. Look, up on the back there. Johnson. Green. Wow, he does get the ball as TJ Lyle swipes it away from Jacob. He found Jacob Brad Green. Tries to find an option. Finds Levi Bradley, who gets himself going nice and early here.
He is a scorer. He's going to want to get his average up. You know, he's going to get his shots up in this half, and you can guarantee that Teddy's going to try and get to that 20-point mark.
His 3 goes for a long rebound into the hands of Lucas. Usually doesn't shoot more than 2 threes per game. Mo Walker, and a nice drive to the bucket. There's Ollison. Well, there it is. That's what I say. Flyers with a chance here to go 30 points into the lead as Lucas does exactly that, pouring in a triple. McKenzie, the crossover, loses Lucas. Mid-range, nice move from McKenzie.
They need to get stops more than anything. That's going to be the key to them getting back in this game.
Holmes pulls up mid-range for himself.
We have seen Leicester Riders come back from big deficits this season. Remember, Surrey Scorchers were up 20-something points up in Leicester, and they came back to beat the Surrey Scorchers earlier on in the championship.
Johnson. He'll fire up a triple. And there's a response from Bristol. Kenny Johnson from downtown. Short, caught underneath the rim and the corner of the iron. Green, long 2.
They get a good shot on one end, and Leicester come down, take a rush 3 on the other and miss it, and gives a chance for Bristol to come out again.
What a save of the pass that is, and Ollison just throws it up there. Lucas slipping and sliding on the floor. 1 point away from his season high. He had 31 points in his last game before injury against the London Lions. Tevin Ollison knocking it down from the deep. And that will be his 30th point of the game, Tevin Ollison. Lucas. Fadeaway jumper. A challenging situation for any professional basketball coach. You're there to win games overall, but when you do have young British talent on the bench, you know, from a British basketball perspective, you want to see those players step onto the court and do well. You also understand that coaches want to win games, and I would love to have seen more of Blake Bowman this season. You know, there's still time, but would love to see more. Brad Green, somehow, he's ended up with that.
We produce a lot of talent in this country, and it's just making sure that that talent's looked after and nurtured and given a good opportunity to play and play professional basketball. You know, one of the most jealous things I was of when I was playing abroad in Spain, etc., was seeing
Thomas Edwards turning the corner, going up. Oh, that's a big rejection from Juice Shelton. Blake Bowman now, the showman, rising above the rim, talking about young British talent. That man has got. Ollison. Green again, same spot, he's on fire.
That roll to that free throw line area where Green's been extremely effective. We saw him miss one in the first half, but since then he hasn't missed much else.
Shelton runs into the wall of... Oh, and that's an and one given there.
Yeah, it's a great play from Duke.
Well, I think the Riders will try anything at this point. They'll just try and get points on the board. Lucas for three. Another triple for the Bristol Flyers. Get across to Lucas here. Back to basket. Levi Bradley inside. Green, another board onto his right hand and a finish. But Green getting it done.
You know, the time that Blake Bowman spends on the court, or getting Connor Washington back into this rotation and getting some good feelings going out of this game.
Jacob scoops it to the left hand. Teddy Allen to the right hand. The basket is good for Teddy Allen.
Unorthodox style of play, but it gets to where he needs to get to finish there, and it's a soft touch off the glass.
Inside to Lal. Johnson skipping through. Keedy Johnson to the left hand. Jacob, and they're just off running here, Bristol. Foul called, blocking foul, basket good.
And we've seen a few of these today to hear. Thomas. As we said, they can do that. You know, the lead they've got allows them to do what they want this moment in time on the court. So
Johnson again to the bucket for two. You can get a Dan Routledge approved stat for that, I'll let you know. Thomas, three. Knocks it down. It is, firstly, get a season high, because he's tied his season high already. And then maybe career high of 40. He's not far away. Here's Johnson. He's driving to the left hand for 21 points now. A special talent for the Bristol Flyers. Had a moment out injured, and the Flyers really missed him at that point. Now, when he's back, you can see how valuable he is. Just
another day in the office.
Another day in the office as Johnson comes up with the steal. Driving all the way, and Johnson, he's chasing his career high, 27 points.
It could be a day of career highs for the whole Bristol Flyers team at this rate.
Yes, indeed. Caledonia Gladiators taking on the Newcastle Eagles on paper. Oh my goodness, Trajan Jacob wrapping that one underneath. But yes, Caledonia Newcastle Eagles, another close game, potentially, on paper, which we thought that would be the, you know, it would be that today. It's not been that in this game.
No.
There's Blake Bowman getting inside for two. And the only time ever that they've put 100 points past them. Their highest ever scoring tally against the Riders, as well, as the game will finish 108-71.